Elden Ring Nightreign's 1-year anniversary is upon us. And like many Nightreign fans, I hope that we will get an announcement of more content, although I don't expect that to happen. So with the first anniversary here, I want to take a moment to appreciate this game and everything it has brought to the table. Nightreign is the game that I didn't know I needed, and I cannot believe how much fun I've had with it. I know a lot of people feel similarly, and I want to see this game continue to grow and thrive. I don't think FromSoftware ever intended to give Nightreign long-term support. In fact, they said it wouldn't be a live service game, and that is okay, because we can still appreciate it for what it was. If you loved Elden Ring, you might have loved Nightreign because all the combat, weapons, and enemies are still present. But if you love Elden Ring for the single-player aspect and don't want anything to do with multiplayer, Nightreign might not be for you. Nightreign thrives in multiplayer, even when playing with randoms who you can't talk to. And that is one of the great things about Nightreign in my opinion. It is an Elden Ring adventure that can appeal to non-Elden Ring fans or even non-Souls fans. And I hope that some people who don't like Elden Ring and or Souls games found their way to Nightreign and loved it, because I think there's a real niche of players that it would apply to. Nightreign was always meant to be an experimental title, and in my opinion, it worked. As much as I would love for more content for Nightreign, what I really want is for FromSoftware to iterate on this idea. Nightreign doesn't have to be a unique project. It can be something for FromSoftware to build on. I can't help but think back to Demon Souls and how it became the jumping off point for an entire genre because Miyazaki wanted to experiment with that game. I want to see either a Nightreign sequel where FromSoftware can iron out some of the kinks, or a new IP with gameplay based on the formula that Nightreign established. FromSoftware is a big enough company that I think they can do this without too much interruption to the regularly scheduled single-player titles that they are sure to continue making. And as controversial as this might sound, I wouldn't hate a live service model, or at least dedicated support with regular updates. Players have been clamoring for new updates to Nightreign ever since the DLC released, and even before the DLC, players wanted more regular balance updates. Knowing the success that Nightreign had, if FromSoftware makes a new title, I'm sure they would give it a greater budget to be able to have more post-launch support than what Nightreign received. Again, Nightreign was meant to be experimental, and I'm not convinced that they expected it to have the success that it did. With the Dustbloods releasing later this year and the new rumored FromSoftware single-player game potentially releasing this year or next year, it might be pie in the sky to be talking about a Nightreign sequel or similar title in the future, or at least the near future, but I really think it would do well if FromSoftware were to commit to that direction. Nightreign is a project that none of us has ever seen, at least not in this particular combination of genres. But I truly think that it unlocked something, and it would be a shame if FromSoftware doesn't expand on the formula in future titles. I would be open to more updates in Nightreign itself, but I just don't see that happening. So I hope for a future where we get a Nightreign-like game. But what do you want to see happen with Nightreign? What do you think FromSoftware will do with it? Are you still holding out hope that Nightreign will get more updates in the future? Let me know in the comments, and if you made it this far, consider leaving a like and subscribe. You can expect more Nightreign content from me if it ever does get any more updates in the future.